If I see people depressed out there, I'd say a lot of them, well, I watch Fox day in and day out. Well, they're not going to tell you that the hope. It's mostly depressing. Here's what's going on. That's bad. That's bad.
Hey, Mike Pillow got something completely right, and I want to respect that, okay? Mike Pillow was on the Tim Pool show recently. I should explain. Mike Lindell is the CEO and founder of MyPillow. We sometimes call him Mike Pillow, and we sometimes call him just Pillow. He said something that he is absolutely right about on the Tim Pool show. And I'm going to play it for you here, and it has to do with media consumption.
And being proactive and out there, and where the hope is. I tell people quit watching, media, and even, if I see people depressed out there, I'd say a lot of them, well, I watch Fox day in and day out. Well, they're not going to tell you that the hope. It's mostly depressing. Here's what's going on. That's bad. That's bad. And I like to tell people, here's where we have the hope here. Here's what's going on here. People come, and you combine what's going on right now that's so sad is with the open borders and the fentanyl pouring in, people that are losing hope are turning to addiction.
Okay, so now he's getting into other stuff. But his point is a very good one. I know people who have cable news going all day. I know people who watch hours of cable news every single day. It really isn't good for you. And there's so much scholarship on what about it isn't good. The bias towards negative stories, yes, that's true. The fear and rage porn and getting people angry, that's not good. The reality that with most of the stuff you hear about, you can't do anything about it, that's also potentially a depressing element of this. So I've been recommending a healthier media diet for a long time. It's best to consume news, like just facts, by reading it from reliable sources. Associated Press, Reuters, Washington Post, where there's just regular reporting. Read your news. Recognize you don't actually need to know everything that's going on in the world. And there's a whole bunch of stuff that you can have zero impact on, and it will just make you depressed. That's okay to realize that. It's okay to realize that. Read history, philosophy, economics. Inform yourself more broadly about how things work rather than 24-hour news. And then pick some commentary you like for the community aspect. Maybe it's this show. I admit, if you think of a media pyramid, media consumption pyramid, almost like one of those food pyramids, this sort of thing that I do should be at the top. You should be well-versed in critical thinking. You should then, read history, philosophy, economics, science, read news reporting, and then fill it in by saying, hey, you know what? I do want to connect with like-minded people to some degree, David Pakman show or whatever else. But I do 50 minutes a day of content. We're not looking for hours of this stuff because I agree with Pillow. Now, I don't think the solution is whatever hope he's offering on his website or his counseling center or whatever else. That I don't agree with whatsoever. But he is getting to something here. 24-hour news is toxic for you. It's unhealthy for you. It will depress you. And Mike Pillow is right about that. So finally, something, I guess, that we agree on, although I think we probably disagree about the solution, but good for Pillow. I think that this is a message worth spreading. It is time to start thinking like voters and to make sure that kids understand the importance of voting, how it works, registering, ballot initiatives, because so many kids just have no idea. That's why I wrote the new children's book, Think Like a Voter. I can think of no better time and no more important group of folks to try to reach. The book is now available at davidpakman.com/book, where, by the way, you can get the first two books in the series as well. Think Like a Detective and Think Like a Scientist. Really important stuff. Donate them to local libraries, classrooms. Read them with the kids. davidpakman.com/book.